John.
All right. Hey. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, today on the show, we're going to travel back to the 1980s to a toy store.
Ooh.
We're going to give Kat and Jon both $75 in their pockets.
Yeah.
And give them the opportunity to go on a shopping spree of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Look, let's be realistic. It can't be an unlimited amount of toys, though. The show's like generally like an hour and a half long. So it'll be a limited number of toys. But
we get capped.
So we're
So
at the
here's
mall
how
or the toy store? Is the toy store in a mall or just a standalone toy store?
it's the Toys R Us. Okay, it needs to be
Toys R
smaller, something smaller. So it's a KB Toys. Did you have
It's a
that
KB
down
Toys.
there?
Okay.
All right.
So
It's
I'm
a
going to go to the
KB Toys.
arcade. I'll come back. I'll have $15 left.
All right. All right. Let me put that on here. I got a spreadsheet. I got to
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, lost $60.
All right. So, and again, so you have
Is there an Orange
75.
Julius nearby?
Here's how this is going to work. You got $75 each.
Yep.
Okay.
You could spend any amount of your money,
Okay.
but you can only buy 5 items.
Oh.
All right.
And then
Okay.
you're done.
Fair.
So $75 for 5 items. You're done shopping.
Boom. All right.
Then we'll travel back in time to 2022 and see what the value of your take is if we were to sell it today.
Hey.
Gotta get back in time.
The other limitation is, and I'm going to put the little store on the screen here so you can see the different items that are up for sale. There's 14 items up for sale, and I'll tell everybody what those are.
Oh.
Now, once you select an item, I'll give you some more detail about it.
Okay.
At that point, you either got to buy it or not. If you don't buy it, you're passing it to your teammate with the opportunity for them to buy it.
Oh, wow. We really have a lot
and
of
then that's
parameters.
So is
Yeah,
there
that's-
inventory? Is there one item on the shelf for each thing?
Yes.
Maybe that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Once it's
You
bought,
can't buy
it's
the same
sold.
things.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Wow.
Understood.
And that's the end of your turn. If you pass, it's the end of your turn.
Oh, my God.
Now, you get a chance to go again and buy something else, but
Sure.
by then, items are going to be starting to run off the shelves. And we'll keep going until you guys spend all your money or you both spend all your money or bought all your toys.
Okay.
Or 5 toys. All right, so everybody knows we got something from, and right now they're listed by the franchise of the licensed product. Something from the ATeam, Dungeons and Dragons, Gremlins, Inspector Gadget, Gem and the Holograms, Knight Rider, My Monster Pet, Rainbow Bright, My Little Pony, Sectars, She-Ra, Teddy Ruxpin, Thundercats, and Zany Zappers. And some of those are exactly what they are, but others you won't know until we look for more information. Okay. So, all right, to determine who goes first, and this time I have my 45 label here, or my album label here for Madonna. You Can Dance. Heads are, the tail side is the cork because it's really a coaster. I'll flip this. Kat, you want to
You call it, Kat. Go for it.
Heads, please.
Oh, you got it this time.
All
Usually you don't get it.
right.
Yeah.
Winner, winner. Right.
All right, Kat,
So-
$75. What would you like to purchase here?
Okay, so I'm just picking one thing at this moment, right?
Yep.
I'm starting with one thing. Oh, my goodness.
And I'll show you some more information about it. You can decide if you want it or you want to pass, but that's the end of your turn. You either got to buy it or pass it.
Buy or pass.
And hopefully this doesn't make it take 2 hours, and I should just not make that a rule, but what are we going to do?
Can I please hear more about the Knight Rider?
All right, cool. This is one of my favorite items at this toy store. It's the Knight Rider Thermos and Lunchbox.
Oh, look out. Look at that.
So, David Hasselhoff and his talking car were one of the most iconic duos of the 1980s. Premiering in 1982, the show spawned some toys. But the Knight Rider Lunchbox with the thermos might be the best of the Knight Rider merch. Now, I'm going to give you additional bit of information every time we talk about one of these products. And it's based on the prices that, I could find. And I should say, thanks to Craig D'Onofrio, who wrote a piece on Work and Money earlier this year about the most valuable toys from the 1980s. That article provided much of the research that I used for this game. But anyway, so when you get to the future, this is going to be a used item. So some of the items you're able to keep mint on
I was going to ask that
cards, some in
question.
the box.
Awesome. Got
Some
it.
will have wear and tear. I'll tell you. So this one's going to be just as you see it, not in the box. It's going to be, what did I say? Used. It's used. It'll be
used.
gently used.
But it has the thermos. That's the important
Yes,
part.
the thermos.
Okay.
Yep.
Included?
Yep.
Well, I was hoping it was going to be like a little mini kit. So it's not exactly what I was anticipating. But I'll take it. I'd like to purchase this, please.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kat,
I wanted that one, Kat. I think you made a good choice.
I'm sorry, John. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think you did.
I can sell it to you later after the show.
I was wondering, it's like, is there some kind of...
I give you $8 for it.
Wait a minute. I didn't use it that much yet.
The board here.
At least 9.
All right. John, you're up. What would you like to buy from the 13 toys left
Yeah.
of KB Toys here?
It's a good call. Let's see what the cost is on that one. Why don't we stick with some 80s action shows? Let's see what's going on with the A-Team.
Oh,
All right, the A-Team is the Hannibal 6-inch figure
nice.
that sells for $5 here in 19 whatever. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I've got something written. What am I winging it? In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit, but it wasn't until more than a decade later that Galoob released a line of 6-inch figures based on the characters of the beloved show.
Nice incorporation of
Interestingly, interestingly enough, these toys shared molds with an earlier Galoob toy line called General Patch, which are also sort of military figures, including one that looked like BA. For sale today is the 6-inch John Hannibal Smith action figure that comes with a full set of action accessories, mint on card. So he'll be mint on card when you arrive in 2022.
Oh, wow.
Sold.
Sold!
I will take a mint on card action figure for $5. I figure it's got to appreciate beyond $5. I'm not going to lose money. On card's a big deal, so I'm on board.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, so Kat, you've still got, how much money you got? $65 left. John's got $70 left. What would you like to buy from our, oops, hang on, let me get that off there.
There we go.
And let's sell the A-Team.
Those sellouts.
Sold.
All right, 12 products left here.
Okay. I'm curious about the Gremlins.
Oh,
Yeah.
curious enough to see it, you mean?
Yes.
All right, just want to make sure.
Oh.
So beginning with the original Star Wars, as we know, Lucas was clever enough to, merchandise products and own the licensing for it. That trend continued to rise throughout the 1980s and got a boost from E.T. So Gizmo, the cutest character in the Gremlins, became the center of the Gremlins products. Manufacturers, including LJN, which made a lot of the toys that we loved in the 80s, produced versions of Gizmo as dolls, stuffed toys, and a bunch of other things. The latter of which became popular. The latter of which became popular during the holiday season of 1984. For sale today is the Gizmo. What is this? I'm sorry. For sale today is the Gizmo posable Gizmo action figure.
Yes.
This is going to be when we arrive back in the future. It will also be as it's shown here, mint on card. Still got its clamshell intact there.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes, please.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I want this.
Is this just because what John said about you can't go wrong with something mint on card?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good philosophy to follow. But also, it's cute.
Yeah, right?
Gizmo.
I
You can't open it and play with it. You'll ruin the value.
Oh, I know.
Most-
Oh.
What is the saying, John? One the stock and one the schlock. What is the thing I'm talking about? When you buy two of something, one
Is
the
it,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, can
What
I
is
buy
that
two?
saying?
one the store,
Can I
and
buy
one the
two?
floor.
No, there's only one.
Oh,
It rhymes, whatever. It
boy.
is. One to stay, one to play. I don't know.
Something like
that's,
that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
A lot
that
of the
one.
toys here, believe me, I'm like, I need to get this now, even though it's old. But I do know, some of them I can afford, but I'm not going to tell you which now.
One to
All
open,
right.
one for roping. I don't know.
One to open.
One for noping, one for hoping.
Nope.
One for noping. Yeah. Nope.
I like that.
Plenty of good things here, John. What
Well, this
would
is
you
me, huh? Yeah. See, I feel I don't want to chase the money because the way I buy toys is I buy
Yeah.
the things that I really like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to not chase down what I think is the most valuable.
Yeah.
I see Teddy Ruxpin as a red herring there because I could buy that because I've only spent $5, but you
Yeah.
have it set at $70, which means I'm done and I have no other opportunities. I put all my money in there.
No
Right.
Thundercats.
And who knows what kind of value, what kind of junky Teddy Ruxpin box, no box, I don't know. So instead, I'm going to go with what I really like. So I'd like to know more about your D&D product.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the D&D Dungeons. So this is an advanced Dungeons and Dragons product.
Sounds
Find
excited.
my notes here.
Intake of breath.
So even though Dungeons and Dragons was first produced in 1974, the toys for the Epic game weren't actually licensed until 1982. It was then that LJN, that company we were just talking about,
Yeah.
was chosen to create the TSR Advanced Dungeons and Dragons action figure line. It was one of the largest toy lines made in the 1980s. For sale today, however, is the North Lord Great Barbarian action figure. He features a large range of articulation and several accessories, including an ornate helmet, shield, sword, and axe. He will be mint on card when we arrive in 2022.
Wow.
So let me tell you, if he were loose, I would have still bought him. But I'm gonna, for men on card, I will buy a $4 action figure. Absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
If
I thought it
you
was going to be a
had passed-
module, like $4. I thought it could have been like an adventure module, a booklet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because those kind of, I might have passed on that, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kat, you can buy 3 more items, and you've got $58 to spend.
Okay.
Oh, let me get rid of D&D here.
If John had passed that, I might have gotten it too. I like
Yeah.
fun action
Yeah.
figures with lots of gadgets. Okay.
This is a toy I want to hunt down and get for myself. There's so many of them,
Wow.
and they all seem pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
So you've got Inspector Gadget, Gem and the Holograms, My Pet Monster, Rainbow Bright, My Little Pony, Sectors, She-Ra, Teddy Ruxpin, Thundercats, and Zany Zappers.
I need to find out what the Zany Zappers are because that one I just can't recall.
Yeah. Does this help you?
about
So Zany
what?
Zappers were big plastic glasses with tiny lights that covered your eyes, and the lights were
wow.
activated with a handheld switch. The packaging suggests that kids could not only freak out their friends, but also, quote, fight with light, which presumably meant blinding one another while you were frantically clicking a button. When you arrive in the future, these will be in mint condition.
Wow. Okay.
Clicking the
But
button.
not in the package. But
Right.
like okay. Oh man. Yeah, I'd like to buy these because it would be really fun to freak out my
To
family
blind
with
John?
them.
Okay. A future episode?
I could absolutely have fun with these while recording.
I think that's a good call, Kat. I mean, these are weird enough and maybe just
Yeah.
kind of rare enough that I hadn't seen them. That might be one of those things.
So you weren't familiar with it either?
No,
I
the Zany
vaguely
Zap-
remember these.
Do you? Okay, that's
Yeah.
one of us.
And there's some blogger online that suggests they were used, and it seems to be correct because I did take a look at it, as a prop in the movie Blade Runner, where it's supposed to look like some sort of futuristic
Oh, really?
glasses. Yeah.
Just
Wow.
repurposed.
All right, sold, Cat.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, where's my
Sold.
sound?
Cha-ching.
Ka-ching. All right. So there's a cap of 5 things we can purchase. Is that right?
Yep. So
Yes.
and you've only purchased 2 so far.
How much money do I have left?
You have $66 left.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say, let's take a look at the Inspector Gadget you have on the shelf for sale.
Oh, yeah.
Inspector Gadget.
Da-da-da-da-da-da,
Yeah, this is.
Oh,
let me remember.
look at that.
Gotta remember, I have notes. I have notes. Stop playing it. Stop playing it. Since 1983, the Inspector Gadget franchise has spawned a whole trench coat full of gadgets, worth of cartoons, movies, video games, toys. For sale today is one of the earliest of those products, the Galoob Action Doll, with 8, quote, magic action features and 20 moving parts. The coolest thing about this is that the accessories include the Crime Stopper hammer, handcuffs, parachute umbrella, extension arm, and the helicopter hat.
Oh, man.
When you do arrive back in the future, this will be worn. All right, it's a worn item, although it does have the box. It does have some wear and tear.
Well,
Okay.
some people do that. They might save the box. And,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The box has value in and of itself. Yeah.
How I researched it was finding specific ones that I could say that's real. It's a real
Yeah.
price, and I just my note's not that great on that. But we'll say it's whatever. Nobody knows.
I'm gonna
except us.
pass on this one. I think if Kat wants Inspector
Ooh,
Gadget, she can have
okay.
it. I mean, it's not that it's
Yeah.
used. It's not that it's not mint in box. It's just
Yeah. Doesn't mean anything to you.
it doesn't mean that much to me. And when I go to toy shows and stuff, like I don't see has anybody seen an Inspector Gadget? I don't see him much, but I don't see anybody looking for him either. So I'm thinking,
Right.
I could be totally wrong, but it feels like a sucker bet.
Mhm.
What do you think? So, Kat, you could pick it up. Is that what I'm hearing?
I
Yeah.
could
And either way,
pick it
John, your turn is done then, and then Kat's going to go twice essentially.
Of course, right.
Yep.
We still have the 5 limit, right? So, okay.
So, Kat, you want this one? Right. She does.
You can see I'm about impulsive or I'm like, oh, this is great for everything.
Yeah.
I feel sentimental about Inspector Gadget, not because I was super into it, but my brother was. And he was I was 11 when he was born. And so he was watching this show all the time.
I
So-
loved it. I'm your age, and I loved this show.
No, I liked it too. I mean, I watched it with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was for him. It was a huge deal. For me, I enjoyed it, but and so I feel sentimental about it because I have lots of exposure to it.
Yep.
But I would like it.
It was huge for me too. Oh, okay. She wants it.
Yeah, I want
All
it.
right.
All right.
Nice
Inspector
purchase.
Gadget.
I'll give it to Will.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, let's find out how much it's worth. You may want to sell it to me. I don't know.
Oh.